Welcome back, everybody, to the Speakeasy Segments, where we once a week, or maybe more than once a week, will bring you some shorter form content, depending on what we're in the mood for. This week, Joey, we've decided to introduce a new a theme, a bracket. A good old March Madness style bracket. And this time, we will start off with best rappers of this decade, is what the list is called.
We will. Exactly. Let them run the gauntlet.
Let them run the gauntlet. And as you guys can see, we have here 16 rappers. And we will obviously let them fight it out, duke it out. We should probably do a trigger warning here because these are obviously just our subjective opinions. And as with all kinds of art, there is no right or wrong. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
With that, Bowie, should we start? First match, Kanye West, now known as just Ye.
Yep.
Or Mr. Drizzy Drake himself.
Oh. I mean, for me, it's an easy one.
Okay.
It's very easy.
How so?
Because I am not the biggest Drake fan. I think his music in the last 5 years has been mediocre at best.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
So I think I'm gonna have to just go with Mr. Ye.
Mr. Ye, I agree.
Yeah.
And of course, we are aware of his problematic,
outbursts.
Should we say opinions, whatever you want to call it. We are only looking at his discography, not him as a person. Just putting that out there. Okay, up next, Travis Scott. And Mr. Joey Badass.
Ooh.
This
is difficult. This is a difficult one.
Yeah, because these are very, very different artists, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of overlap. Like Drake and Ye have some sort of a cohesion. There's some sort of they've worked together. They do the similar style, but this is very, very different.
No, for sure.
Yeah, this is actually tough.
Oh, I mean, looking at the discographies, I mean, jeez. Obviously, you got Rodeo and Astroworld.
Yeah, two certified classics.
Amazing.
I guess certified, but yeah, at least very, very well
amazing albums.
Renowned albums. Yes.
But then Joey Badass has
All American Badass. Yes.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
Mr. Travis.
Me as well, and I think the nail of the coffin for me is that he's much more innovative.
Yeah.
He's innovating a lot more on the craft. I like what Joey Badass is doing a lot. I like that he's like drawing from the older style hip hop rap where he goes a lot with the boom baps and whatnot. That's very cool.
Yep, I agree.
But I personally enjoy listening to Travis more. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, here comes Mr. JID versus Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
This is a tough matchup.
Yeah, because I also think that even though like the music, it could actually be kind of comparable in
some sense. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but
because I feel like they both experiment a lot.
Yes,
and different sounds and different.
They've both tried their hand at not rapping, but like singing and other parts of music. Very cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, I will say Tyler has had way more critical and commercial success.
Yes. Yep. For sure.
And if I will say, like, Jid is up and coming, where Tyler has been at the peak for a while now.
Yeah.
Are we going? We're just going what we personally like listening to more. Is that what we're going with?
Probably right. Yeah, I think we should.
In that case, I'm gonna put Jid in there.
I am agreeing.
I simply, as we talked about when we reviewed the Forever Story, the flows, the cadences, the rhyme schemes, the delivery, it's so good. I enjoy that a lot, and I'm really excited to see where he takes it. I'm really excited to see where he goes with this. Okay. By the way, this is an old photo of him, isn't it? He looks very young in this picture.
It's very old.
Then we have let me just scroll down so everybody can see here. We have Mr. Denzel Curry. Who is this down here?
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay, so we are back, and this is Vince Staples
Of course it is.
down here.
Yep.
Of course it is.
Yep.
I mean, I actually enjoy Vince Staples a lot.
Oh, I agree. 100% agree.
But I feel the same with Denzel as I did with Jid, right?
I agree. Yeah. I mean, Denzel for me has been on the top for the last 4 years.
As we heard, yeah.
It has to for me be Mr. Denzel.
There's probably we'll probably get to that. All right, so that's this side of the bracket.
Yep.
Up here in the top right corner, we have Mr. A$AP Rocky.
Yep.
And underneath him,
Mr.
Earl.
Earl Sweatshirt.
Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah. This for me is also pretty easy. I don't really listen to Earl Sweatshirt that much. It's and A$AP Rocky is just, man, he innovates so much, I feel.
Yes, and the whole A$AP crew has been killing it for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, shout out to him for having his kid with Rihanna. Good for them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but I agree. I will say when Earl Sweatshirt came out, his first album before he went to whatever military boarding school or whatever his parents sent him to.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's a crazy story. I'm not really sure what's up and down in that, but I just know he got sent away or something like that. But his first album was really good, and I really enjoyed that. But ever since that, I didn't really enjoy as much what he's been doing after that. But yes, let's log in Mr. Rocky.
Yeah.
Here comes a matchup that's so as different as it could be, right? Different ends of the spectrum. Mr. Kodak Black and Pusha T himself.
I mean, it's an easy one.
I agree.
But it's
obviously Kodak.
Yes. For sure it's Kodak. I mean, Kodak has some bangers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I mean, it has to be Mr. Pusha.
It has to be Pusha, and not only for the fact that he is like the way he has contributed not only to his own tracks, but his appearances on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He is just and even though it was a savage diss track, his diss track on Drake,
the story of
Adidon, my lord. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I feel like this shows so far that we enjoy the more conscious rappers.
Probably, yes.
But I think that's just who we are, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Down here we have J. Cole and Danny Brown.
Which are gonna be coming up, both of them probably pretty soon on the album reviews.
Yes.
So look out for that.
Those are on the top of the list.
Yep. I'm going with J. Cole. It's really easily even. I feel like for me, J. Cole is just for me been a top listen for the last few years.
Oh yeah.
With classics upon classics, especially from Forest Hill Drive.
Yes.
The new off-season album wasn't too bad.
No,
I feel
it was good.
And Danny Brown, I've listened to a little bit, but not too much that I can really give.
I have the exact same feeling. I've listened to Danny Brown, and some of it I like, and some of it I just really haven't gotten into yet.
Yes. Because it's also Danny Brown is very experimental and very
and it takes a long time to sit down and listen to his music. I feel so.
For sure.
Yes, Mr. Cole. Now in the bottom right corner.
Yep.
Kendrick Lamar and Lil Uzi Vert.
Well, this is blown dead in the water now.
That is the most unfair matchup ever. I feel it's like there's not even a debate, and it's not that I don't appreciate what Lil Uzi has done.
No.
As a bona fide superstar of the SoundCloud rap era, right? New generation, but. I mean, it's Kendrick, man. It's just Kendrick.
It has to be. Although, shout out EXO to Life, and I just want to rock.
Yeah. Also, shout out the fact that he got a pink diamond worth like $20 million inserted into his head.
Sewn into his head, which is crazy.
Man, what is going on? Yeah. Okay, so that leaves us with this final 8. Can we fit all this in here? Almost. Okay, we have
quarterfinals.
The quarterfinals. Mr. Ye against Travis Scott. What are you feeling?
I again, with going off of personal enjoyment, I feel like Kanye is gonna come out on top on this one. For me, it's pretty close because
Yes.
I haven't really necessarily been the biggest Kanye fan growing up.
No, I get
Not
you.
because I don't rate his music that much, but I just haven't listened to too much Kanye. I don't know why.
His
but
music was just so different when it came out, right?
it could
And
be.
and I remember when he like burst onto the scene through the wire, and I loved that track, and I still do. I think it's a wonderful track, and you can hear him rapping like through the wire, really through the wire, right? And but I will say, he where Travis keeps on innovating. Mr. Ye has been kind of going in circles lately, I feel. I didn't really I didn't enjoy Donda too much. So I feel like his college themed albums are really, really strong. Obviously, 808s and Heartbreaks have become a classic in innovation.
Yes.
And not to at least mention by Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, his most acclaimed album. All of those I can listen to and be a happy man. So I think we have to put him through.
We kind of got to.
Now here's a heavyweight matchup I didn't want to see in the second round,
especially for us.
Yes.
If this was the finals, it would have been the best. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, this is rough.
For me, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, for me it is not, because
I know.
For me, like I said, Denzel was the go-to for the past few years.
Makes sense.
And then up until the last year, obviously, throughout those years, Jid came into the rotation. And ever since last year, ever since the Forever Story, he's been on the top of the list ever since.
Yeah.
So, oh, fuck, man. But Melt My Eyes was also so good. I
mean, if we went on right now, I think it's very hard not to pick Jid, because I like Melt My Eyes, but I think overall the Forever Story was a stronger album.
I do agree.
But I like that Denzel has obviously done more with Taboo and Zoo and way back all the way to Ultimate and all those like tracks. So
no, for sure.
But for me, it's Jid here.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's it is Jid.
It's such a tough matchup, and I didn't want to see any of them go, rough. But we got to do it.
No,
we got to do it.
We gotta have to do it to him.
Okay, on the right side, Rocky versus Push.
Yep. Again, personal enjoyment wise, it has to be A$AP Rocky for me.
Oh, I feel the opposite. Interesting.
I do like a lot of Pusha T's work.
Yeah.
Although, excuse me. I kind of vibe more with Mr. A$AP.
I feel like Pusha for me has the stronger delivery and stronger sense of where he is as an artist, I want to say.
Yeah.
But I'm not. It's for me. This was not a Final Four matchup, anyways. I like
no.
So we can put Rocky through. There's not that much of a difference for me in enjoyment levels.
Now another behemoth of a matchup.
Yes.
And this will divide. No, I don't think it will divide.
I won't. But it's. I would say it's sad to see Cole go early, but I'm gonna just lock this in.
Yeah.
I mean, there is just. Out of all of the rappers here, his catalog is the strongest. His flows, his delivery, the way he puts double entendres, triple entendres into the tracks, his way of storytelling.
Yeah,
I mean, it is just Kendrick, right? Okay,
yes, it is.
That leaves us with Mr. Ye, JID,
Mr. JID,
Rocky, and Kendrick.
Yep.
Now, Ye versus Jid. This is actually tough
because like brain me has a different answer than heart me.
Yes, I feel the same way.
Yeah, because my heart and my, like I said, my personal enjoyment will definitely go to Jid, because I feel like Jid is like my favorite artist
Yeah,
at the
right now.
moment.
Yeah.
Um, but my brain says Kanye has so many like bangers and albums and like,
Yeah.
oh man,
It's almost
shit.
unfair now this list is called best rappers this decade. So
Yeah,
if there is a world where we go, okay, it's the last 10 years only.
yeah.
But even then it's hard to make the argument for Jid yet. It's
Yes.
such a tough matchup because
I mean,
Ye
I
is
do on the one hand, I do think that because we have gone with personal enjoyment so far.
we should
Yeah,
go. I
man.
think we should go with personal enjoyment.
Yeah.
But with that said,
Yes. Yes.
there is at least four certified albums from Kanye. If we take his whole discography,
fuck, man.
that is very strong. That you can bump. That you can.
Yeah.
Where Jid has two very strong albums, and to some extent, the Never Story.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a good album, but not as strong as DiCaprio and
the other one. Yeah.
the Forever Story. It's tough.
No, it is. Yay. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of listenable and like enjoyable, like personal enjoyable songs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm with you.
Has to be Ye. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. On the other side,
it's
Rocky
a bit easier.
And Kendrick. Yeah, there is no.
It's a bit easier.
It's been fun to have Rocky along for the ride, but
for sure.
Yeah. Like again, it is just so enjoyable, and there are so many tracks that are still in my rotation. From almost from his entire discography. I think it's actually only Section 80 that I don't have any. And even there, I'm not sure exactly where Ed and Eddie would fit in there, actually. So, also not Ed and Eddie. What's it called? Serial. What's it called? From Section 80. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. The track I play from time to time. Now that leaves us with two titans.
Yep. In the game.
Probably
the biggest titans in the game.
Some would argue that we left out the biggest titan up here, Mr. Drake.
Nah, fuck Drake. You can quote me on this, fuck Drake. This has already on TikTok, in one of our TikTok videos, has sparked up some debate.
Yeah.
People saying it has to be Kanye. People saying it has to be Kendrick. Man, for me it's Kendrick.
Yes, for me as well.
I can see the Kanye. I can see it. But for me,
it's actually a bit easier than I thought it would be when I think about it, and that is because where Ye puts a lot of emphasis in his tracks on himself and how good he is, and how it's much easier to have sympathy for Kendrick, who's trying to show everybody what we're doing as a collective and how we can better the world by showing each other kindness and whatnot. I also think the storytelling in general of Kendrick is what you and I have discussed the most, I feel. Yes. Not only in this podcast, but also in general when we've talked about him. And so I feel it's much easier to put him in there as the voice of a generation than Kanye.
Yep. I agree.
So
it has to be.
There we go. Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Yep. Come out on top. Coming out swinging.
Swinging
from the ropes.
I think that has to be it for this bracket.
Yep.
As always,
if you agree with us,
put it below. If you have any critique, if you would have put Drake number one, probably a few of you would.
Probably.
If you have any suggestions on what we should do a bracket for, put it below. Yeah. And as you always say, Joey, subscribe here on YouTube, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, as well as TikTok.
Yep.
Where we
follow us on TikTok, Instagram,
yes, sir,
and Twitter for usual updates and daily clips from the podcast or videos.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy. Yes,
and with that, there's only left to say bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye, and don't kill us.